Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about my top 5 must-haves for daily living. We can call them needs. Now let's review the basic needs of human nature, human mankind. We know that it's air, water, food, sleep, safety and security, survival. All those are basic needs. My top 5, other than all the other basic needs, which we almost take for granted, but are universal needs. And I just want to talk about the things that I think a lot of you are feeling. And I'm getting that through the comments, especially during this time of the pandemic. Everything has been so magnified, especially the parts of self-worth. Now, we all know that we want people to believe in us. We don't want to feel as if we're invisible. We all have certain talents, certain traits, things that we always relied on in our lives. And now that we're becoming what I like to call super agers, we're beginning to wonder, do I still have this? Am I still relevant? Do I still mean anything to anyone? What is my self-worth? Can I still do what I thought I could do years ago? Now, these are things I've thought about lately, especially when you're not feeling so great. Last week, my hip acted up again. When that happens, I do take a time out and lie in the bed. When you're lying there and you're not moving and you're feeling sorry for yourself, you go through these points. After you think about your own self-worth, you think about, what do I mean to other people? My friends, my family. I have the need to be with them, to talk to them. It's called connection. And I know you all do too, because you mention it so often in the comments. Now, pretty soon, hopefully, with the vaccine, we will be able to fulfill that need. And I know I'm just going to go wild. Safely, though. I do like to think that what I do for other people is appreciated. And those might be little things, they might be big things. I know the big things are appreciated, but little things that you've always done, and you know you get the big hugs and the thank yous, but am I still appreciated these days? I hope so. Now, the last big one, which these are all fairly intrinsic, by the way. And I do have one extrinsic need or must-have, which I'll save to the end and tell you. But it is a need and a must-have for my survival. Moose and I are at this stage of life which people don't like to talk about. The last yard, they talk about it in the football games. They have other terms for it. But we really have to make these days count. Moose and I are in our 84th year, and we are so grateful that we have been given the gift of even being here. And I know I received a couple of comments from a woman a couple of days ago who was only in her 50s, and she was down in the depths. She has a disabled husband that she takes care of. She's in pain herself. She says she looks in the mirror and she can hardly stand herself. So sad when I read something like that. She doesn't want to come out of her bedroom except when she has to help her husband. And she watched a few of our videos and she said, I think you've inspired me to do a lot better. And I hope we do that with all of you who are down in the depths, that far down. And I pray for those people. I'm not that far down. I am very, very happy with my life with Moose. And I know all our children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren are out there. And I know that someday we will be all together again. Now, so far as all the things we've done all our life, that doesn't really matter to us anymore. You know, you have to think of the big overall picture, especially those of us who are aging. And the overall picture at this point is what really does count in my life. It is those connections with family. It is being appreciated for what we do for other people. It is respect. It's not disappearing in a crowd. And it's having people believe in you, because a lot of us, we still are vital. We have talents. And we want people to love us. And in 1943, a man by the name of Abraham Maslow came up with the basic needs of mankind, a hierarchy. And he put it in the form of a triangle. 5 basic needs. And down the bottom were the ones we just talked about, going up to what you call self-esteem. And in that self-esteem is what I'm going to talk about today. Now, Abraham Maslow, at the top of his pyramid, he said we work up the triangle, these levels, through connection and love and friendships and socializing, and of course all the ones at the bottom, the food and the sleep. We don't take it for granted, but it's there, it's basic. And we work up to, and I don't want to get this wrong, so I'm going to check my notes. He calls it the top level, the top of the triangle, he calls self-actualization. And what does that mean? We've talked about this before. It means that mankind, we all, you and I, strive to be the best that we can be in this life. And that concerns everything. That concerns doing things for other people, believing in ourselves, giving others the respect that we want. And I think that most of us have made that final triangle. Self-actualization, think about it. As a matter of fact, if you really want to get your brain going, look up Abraham Maslow's theory of, what does he call it, hierarchy of basic needs of mankind. It's all very interesting. It's not that difficult to understand, but it might help you to, and we've talked about this before, believe in yourself and know that you at this point are going to be the best that you can be, not only in your living and interactions with other people, but do things for yourself that are going to make you happy. What gives you joy? That can be anything to do. What gets you up in the morning? Sometimes that's hard on those bad days. And if it means putting on something nice that day, doing your hair, putting on some makeup and looking in the mirror and say, nah, I look pretty good today. I think that's what we have to do. So, my final, and maybe we'll call it number 6 of our top 5 must-haves for daily living. And you're gonna laugh, but in order for me to get through a day, and this is going back to the beauty, I need to lubricate my face, my arms, my chest, everything about me. I've told you before, I have the driest skin in the world. When I wake up in the morning, my face is so tight, I can't wait to get in and put water on it and start putting those oils and creams. I've just gotten out of the shower. I have oiled my whole body with my Vaseline. I'm going to read this. It's kind of foggy right now. Intensive Care Cocoa Radiant with pure cocoa butter. It's vitalizing body gel oil for healthy glowing skin. Now, I've told you that in order for me to even feel alive, I have to slather my whole body with oils and creams. Well, after a shower, I really do the big heavy stuff. And I must do this, not with this, but with my regular oils and my creams 5 times a day. Not the whole body, just the face and the hands and the chest. Every time I come into the bathroom. So I'm going to show you, done the whole body. And this is what I do with the face. I'm gonna warm it up in my hands, put it on really thick, all over the neck, right? You can see the neck, mouth, nose, eyes, everything, upper eyes. And I told you that I think that the years and years that I have rubbed and rubbed and rubbed my whole face and neck has stimulated it, and perhaps has helped the fact that I really have a minimum amount of wrinkles. So this is the heavy stuff right after the shower, and I must have this every single day, at least some heavy oil. Now I'll tell you as we go on with the video some of the other heavy oils I use during the course of the day and before I go to bed. So that's me, oily me. As Bill says, when he goes to grab me in bed, I kind of slide right out. It sounds funny, but every time I go into the bathroom during the course of a day, could be 4 or 5 times a day, and before I go to bed at night, believe it or not, those little oils are sitting in my bathroom, and they're right there. My bathroom's very tiny, but they're right there. They have little droppers. Now I do have my oils. I love my Manuka honey oil that my daughter Margie gave me, and it's expensive, so I'm saving it. I have found a new oil, but on Sunday I'm going to put up another video all about my oils and my creams and all the different ones and what they're made of. It's kind of like a chemistry 101, which I don't understand, but I'm going to do a video about all of that. But today it's just the oily me running around doing my thing. And although I don't understand what's in half of them, and I know many of these beauty women do, and I'm trying to understand it all. As a matter of fact, I have a video coming out next week about all this. But I put it on my face until it feels good, and that's my number 6. Laugh, but it's a must for me. And the old question people ask, if you were to go on an island and you could only take one thing with you, what would you take? It would be my oils and creams to make me be able to get out of that bed in the morning and go feel good about myself. So this is not too long. I hope you'll think about this. I hope you'll go to Google and look up Abraham Maslow and his hierarchy of basic needs for mankind. Thank you all for watching. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I have my little bit of green on today. I love you all. Thank you so much for all your comments. Moose and I just love the comments, and I try to answer as many as I can. I'm going to be better. That's one of the things that I want to do better, is to try and answer more comments. So God bless us all. I love you, and I'll see you in our next video. Bye-bye now.